evening and welcome to the news. Our first story this evening is one that has made the headlines recently, turning a mother's decision on where and how to birth her baby into a major headache. The new NICE guidelines now offer elective caesareans to women, but is their only option out for a pain-free birth. With the ever-changing climate, the NHS local trusts can no longer supply the high standards of one-to-one care needed on a maternity unit due to the shortage of midwives. Dr. Unsworth here has been researching into a new phenomenon which is sweeping the nation, which is known as orgasmic birth, which includes the prospects of undisturbed and hypnobirth. We are lucky to have Dr. Unsworth here in the studio, live, to give us an insight into the interesting research that she has undertaken. So, Dr. Unsworth, would you like to explain a bit of how you did your research?
I will do. As a practicing obstetrician and gynaecologist on a high-risk labour ward for many years, I got tired of seeing the traumatic idea of birth. I often performed many episiotomies and caesareans when they weren't always necessary, some as a result of spiral intervention from unnecessary CTG monitoring. About 4 years ago, I decided to look into low-risk labour, especially from those women who are having home births, where intervention is minimal, if not at all, used in any way possible. From home births, the women appear to be a lot more relaxed and more in tune with their bodies. I noticed a dramatic difference in their behaviours compared to women I cared for on the labour ward. From one birth, a woman opted for hypnobirthing, which was something I never heard about up until then.
No.
The women never needed any pain relief and was completely relaxed, which was completely different from what I was used to. After her birth, she described her birth as an erotic and sexual experience in which she claimed to have this amazing orgasm. I was very intrigued by this and decided to look into it more.
Wow. Thank you for that, Dr. Unsworth. We now go live to a mother of two who opted for a hypnobirth of her second child in labour, and she describes the labour sensations as orgasmic.
Thank you, Lucy. I'm here with Chloe and her lovely newborn Jasmine. Chloe, how did you hear about hypnobirthing?
I heard about hypnobirthing from a friend. My first labour was so horrendous. I was in the hospital and it was just really bad. So I wanted to have a positive experience this time. So I looked online and found my practitioner online. We met about 20 weeks into my pregnancy. About 5 sessions where I was taught breathing techniques, coping techniques and self-hypnosis during my labour.
How did hypnosis help you to cope with your pain?
I went to labour actually on my G date, which was weird. I was sat drinking tea with my friends and about these twinges. Basically, they were fine to start with, and then, as you'll see, an hour later, the twinges got a lot worse. I started having to breathe through them. So I remember what I was taught in my lessons. I sort of calmed down, and sort of breathed through them into myself. So that really helped.
How was your midwife with your choice to hypnobirth?
She was brilliant. I called a midwife about an hour after the twinges started because they became a lot more regular. I remember last time. I come to call a midwife for that sort of time. She came over, I think my husband did actually, and she just sat there, let me get on with it. She listened to the fetal heart rate every 15 minutes, but we all discussed that with our antenatal classes. She was brilliant actually. She really knew a lot about hypnobirthing. I think that really helped me relax a bit more. I felt safe that she was there if I needed her, but I didn't need her.
That's
I was
good.
fine, yeah.
And how was your pain once the contractions progressed?
Yeah, obviously the pain. Well, I didn't really feel the pain. It was more the sensations. I used the water. I used a birthing pool to help sort of relax a bit more, and that seemed to sort of relax me, obviously.
What made you want to get in the pool?
I just felt it was right. I felt so ready to go in the pool. Actually, as I got in the pool, I felt the baby's head come down, and with that surge, I felt this incredible sensation. I can't describe it as an orgasm, but it was a really intense orgasm. I managed to sit down in the pool. At that point, the head had been delivered, and then the body came out, and I had another orgasm.
Wow!
It was incredible. Honestly, I've never had such a good orgasm before. I don't know why or how it happened, but that's what happened. I'm not joking.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Following that incredible report, let's go back to the studio to see what Dr. Unsworth thinks. Back to the studio with you, Lucy.
Yes!
Oh.
Hello, Unsworth.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, yeah.
So,
sorry.
Dr. Unsworth, what did you make of what happened? happened to Chloe there?
Okay, well, orgasmic births are very rare. I've only ever witnessed a select few women who managed to experience this sensation. But it does happen, and Chloe is one of the lucky ones to have experienced it.
Very lucky.
I know.
Is there any science behind what happened to her?
Well, as the baby moves down the birth canal, it can stimulate all the pathways involved in sexual pleasure. Plus, the stages of natural childbirth mimic the normal sexual responses in some way. A good example is breathing faster and deeper. Labour itself is associated with huge hormonal changes. The main hormone is oxytocin, which is also known as a love hormone. It lends itself to the uterine contractions and even nipple erections a woman experiences during childbirth. Furthermore, it dulls pain, actually producing stronger, more effective, even pleasurable contractions. Best yet, it can also make for orgasmic sensations, especially with the increase in ecstasy producing beta endorphins, which is also the body's natural painkiller.
Very, very interesting.
It is.
Let's go back to Jay and Chloe and expand on this knowledge. Back to you, Jay.
So Chloe, how do you feel after hearing about the science of your orgasm?
I don't feel weird anymore actually. If anything, I had an experience brought me closer to Jasmine. And like my first birth, Jake, in the hospital setting, I felt the pain more. I didn't have this orgasm sensation, and I found it hard to bond with him afterwards. So in that retrospect, I feel amazing. I feel really lucky to experience what I've experienced.
What made you want to recover?
Like I said, the first birth, it was such a negative experience. It was normal. I had a normal birth in terms of births, but it was in the hospital and it was very clinical. I was able to mobilise or anything. I had such a horrendous experience. I had such horrendous postnatal depression afterwards as well. I just didn't bond with him. I wanted to make this one a positive experience for me, and honestly, I feel amazing. I feel really close to her.
So how does it feel to know you're not alone in orgasmic birthing?
I feel a lot better actually. It does hold a lot of taboo, doesn't it, really? Thinking your baby's caused or helped you have an orgasm. It's quite a weird feeling, but now I know I'm not alone, I feel a lot better about it.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much, Chloe, for sharing your
Pleasure.
intimate and personal details about your labour with us. Let's go back to the studio to hear more about orgasmic births. Back to you, Lucy.
Oh, yes! Wow, that was once again a lovely talk from Chloe and Jay. There's just another interesting point, Dr. Unsworth.
Okay.
Can a woman orgasm when her cervix is fully dilated?
Well, yes they can. It is generally a muscular contraction of the uterus rather than the cervix. And the vaginal walls, obviously. And when you think about it, this contraction, you don't need your cervix. Not at all.
Oh, gee.
It benefits birth and the expulsion of the fetus.
So, I'm sure many women are wondering how they can experience this sensation during childbirth. Do you have any recommendations at all for women across the country that help them achieve this?
Well,
I wouldn't mind.
oh no, neither would I.
Yeah.
Women need to recognise they are sexual beings throughout their pregnancy. They need to embrace the idea of over-the-top pleasure during childbirth and allowing themselves to be open to orgasm. Also, investigations have found that such passionate births involving a supportive partner also work. He does things like, holding her, kissing her and massaging her. This really benefits. The main problem in birth is the fear of what it's going to be like. And this is what women really need to overcome. Oxytocin is the most important hormone to maintain production of, and the fear hormones such as adrenaline can block oxytocin-rich blood from flowing to the uterus and the sex organs, stopping the body's ability to give birth smoothly. Women who want to experience orgasmic birth need to take control of their pregnancy and childbirth instead of handing their bodies to medicine to speed up labour. They need to work with non-interventive doctors and midwives for this to happen.
Thank you very much, Dr. Unsworth. I wish you all the very best for your future research. Childbirth can be emotionally, physically and sexually fulfilling. Simple awareness into orgasmic birth may increase chances of such a response. But women should not feel a failure if this does not happen. When it comes to childbirth, everyone needs to expect the unexpected. My name's Lucy Chesterman. Thank watching, and now over to the other news.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me. So sexy it hurts, and I am too sexy for me.
Sorry, we're having a bit of a connection problem.
We're going to sort this out.
She was brilliant. I had to call her about an hour later because
I am too sexy for your party.
oh, it was perfect as well.
I'm disco dancing.
Sorry, are you ready?
That's going in the bloopers.
Sorry. And back to you, Lucy.
Oh, no, no, no.
Yes! Dr. Unsworth.
Yes.
Yes. So what did you think of what happened to Chloe there?
Well, orgasmic births are very rare. I've only ever witnessed a select few women who managed to experience the sensation. But it does happen, and Chloe is one of the lucky ones to have experienced it.
And I'm too sexy for my hat, too sexy.
What is that?
Can you speak as well?
What?
No.
I think it's a bit heavier than this. You need to see how loud it is.
Still quite low. That's why I'm talking normally. I'm not shouting at you!
My little touch on the catwalk.